The priority of this government has always been to build a fair and just society, where every citizen is able to develop to their fullest potential and share in the country's progress. And we are continually evolving our policies as circumstances change to achieve these goals. First, we will do more to uplift lower-wage workers. The government has accepted and will implement the recommendations of the tripartite work group on lower-wage workers. So over the next 2 years, we will extend the progressive wage model to the retail, food services, and waste management sectors. We will also extend it to in-house cleaners, security officers, landscape workers, administrators, and drivers across all sectors. Companies employing foreign workers will be required to pay all their local employees at least the local qualifying salary, which is currently set at $1,400 per month. We will also launch a progressive wage mark, or PW mark, to accredit firms that pay progressive wages and the local qualifying salary. The government will require all our eligible suppliers to be accredited with the PW mark when they contract with us from March 2023. I recognize that some firms may need time to adjust to these changes. I will therefore introduce the Progressive Wage Credit Scheme, or PWCS, to provide transitional support for businesses. Under the PWCS, the government will co-fund the wage increases of lower-wage workers between 2022 and 2026. For workers earning up to $2,500, the PWCS co-funding rate will be 50% in the first 2 years, 30% in the next 2 years, before tapering to 15% in 2026. We will also provide some support for workers earning above $2,500 and up to $3,000 at a lower co-funding ratio. With this, the government will be co-sharing with employers a significant portion of the cost increase. We will set up a PWCS fund for this purpose and start with a $2 billion injection this year. This will provide certainty of funding for the wage increases over the next 5 years. To complement the progressive wages, the moves on progressive wages, I will also significantly enhance the workfare income supplement. This will give a further boost to our lower wage workers. From 1st January 2023, I will raise the qualifying income cap from the current $2,300 to $2,500 per month. This means more workers will get to benefit from workfare. I will introduce a minimum income criterion for workfare at $500 per month to encourage part-timers and casual workers to take up regular full-time work. I will extend workfare to younger workers aged 30 to 34 so that they can start saving for housing and retirement earlier in their careers. They will receive a maximum annual payout of $2,100. I will also raise workfare payouts. Those aged 35 to 44 will receive a maximum annual payout of $3,000. Those aged 45 to 59 will receive a maximum annual payout of $3,600. Those aged 60 and above will receive the highest maximum payout tier of $4,200 annually. And I will extend this same maximum payout tier to all persons with disabilities, regardless of their age. Next, we will enhance the retirement adequacy of Singaporeans, especially for senior workers who are preparing for retirement. Following the recommendations of the tripartite work group on older workers, we will continue to increase the employer and employee CPF contribution rates for workers aged 55 to 70. We implemented the first increase this year and have been providing employers with a 1-year CPF transition offset equivalent to half of the increase in employer CPF contributions. We will continue with the next step of increase in 2023 and provide employers with a similar offset. This means that workers aged 55 to 70 will see a total increase of 3 to 4 percentage points in their CPF contribution rates over these 2 years. Additionally, with rising standards of living, we will adjust the CPF Basic Retirement Sum, or BRS, to provide members with higher monthly CPF payouts in their retirement years. We will raise the BRS by 3.5% per year for the next 5 cohorts turning 55 from 2023 to 2027. There is no requirement for members to top up their CPF if they are unable to set aside their BRS. Those who set aside the BRS when they turn 55 in 2027 will receive payouts of close to $1,000 per month when they are 65, and these payouts will continue for the rest of their lives. This will give them greater assurance for their basic retirement needs. Just as we uplift our vulnerable groups, we will also continue to enhance social mobility. This is why we continue to invest heavily in our children, to give every Singaporean child the best possible start in life. One important intervention is to provide these children with a more conducive living environment to grow up in. For second-timer low-income families, we have the Fresh Start housing scheme to help them purchase a home of their own. We will enhance the scheme to better support families in their journey towards home ownership. And the Minister for National Development will share more at the COS. Another effective intervention is the Kids Start program, which taps on a network of community partners to provide upstream support for eligible families with young children. Under Kids Start, parents and caregivers are guided to support their child's development at home, in the community, and in preschools. Kids Start is on track to support 5,000 children by 2023, and thereafter we will scale up nationwide progressively to support even more eligible families. To complement Kids Start, we started an Uplift community pilot to strengthen support for school-going children in disadvantaged families. This includes connecting them with social service agencies and befrienders who check in with them regularly and provide mentorship. The pilot has yielded positive outcomes, with school attendance improving for most of the students placed on the program. So we will expand the pilot into a nationwide Uplift community network to benefit more students, starting with 8 additional towns this year and more in the coming years.